You had mentioned in an interview with our colleagues in the U.S. on the weekend that you're planning on launching another marketing and advertising campaign in the U.S. in addition to what had already been done. Yes. Could you outline that, detail that for us, and how much more is that going to cost Ontario taxpayers?
Well, I called information ads. We need to inform the American people. If they just hear one side of the story and they aren't hearing the other side, you know, their opinions might change, but we want to make sure we send clear message down to the American people. They're our greatest allies in this fight against these tariffs. So we'll get a cost, we'll be transparent, but it'll be the best money we've ever spent, because if we don't spend it, it would cost us tens of billions of dollars to our economy.
Morning, Premier Richard Southern, 680
Hi, Richard.
Radio. Good morning. Your threat to potentially cut off electricity altogether, would that be on April 1st if Trump went ahead with additional tariffs? What would it take to get there, sir?
Yeah, well, thanks for that question, Richard. Let's just see how this rolls out. You know, he changes his mind literally every single day. So I just wouldn't want to give you an exact date. But make no mistake about it, if he continues to attack our province, our country, taking jobs, families' paychecks, food off their table until they can't pay rent, I will do whatever it takes to maximize the pain against the American, and I hate saying Americans because it's not them, against President Trump. You know, so many Americans I speak to and the elected officials and even the three governors I've talked to recently, you know, I start off with apologizing we're in this position, that we have to do this. And they fully understand. They do not agree with President Trump. Republicans do not agree, at least the ones I speak to, do not agree with President Trump, but they're too scared to go out there and say it publicly. It's a shame. We have to put an end to this.
On today's surcharge, you know, it's all well and good in the winter when we are exporting energy, but do we not need to import energy in the summer? And if there is some retaliatory tariffs, if this stretches on, is there concern about what this could cost Ontario come the summer months, sir?
Well, we'll make sure we have enough energy for ourselves. That's the number one priority. And we're going to continue expanding our energy capabilities here in Ontario.
Hi, Premier. Barbara with QP Briefing.
Hi, Barbara.
So we did have an increase in the use of natural gas as a source of energy here in Ontario, and a big part of this natural gas do come from the States. So sort of following up on Richard's question here. So in doing what you're announcing today in taxing the energy exports to the States, do we have a plan in case they respond to tariffs in the natural gas that comes to Ontario?
Well, I think you're talking about Line 5 that starts in Alberta, comes through the U.S. and up through Michigan. Again, that's Canadian oil. You know, I'm very confident we have enough natural gas, and we're going to build on that. Do you know who's to be blamed for not having gas? All the elected officials for the last 20 years. They need to look in the mirror and ask, why didn't we build Energy East pipelines? Why didn't we go put another pipeline west? Why aren't we going north? This is where the federal government, no matter who gets elected, needs to look at national infrastructure projects that we'll never have to rely on anyone again in the world. I said that during the pandemic about the N95 masks and other items, and now we're self-sufficient. We can build anything here in Canada, and let's not be so reliant on the United States for our crude oil going down to the U.S.